Sergeant Jerry Flowers, and I'm a senior instrumentalist with the 287th Army Band, saxophone player. So I'm working on 22 years with the 287th. I was in the band when I was in high school. The person that handed me my diploma when I graduated was the commander of the 287th band. So as soon as he handed me my diploma, then he was like, "Congratulations, what are you doing next year?" You know, it's like, I've always been big on serving my country. And what better way to take a skill that I have and that I've had for a long time prior to me joining the Delaware Guard, doing the same thing in the Delaware Guard.
Staff Sergeant Mary Kate Hall. I'm the training NCO for the 287th Army Band. Now we have just under 30 individuals in the band. We have various different types of music that we cover. We've got our ceremonial groups that cover a lot of the military ceremonies. So we do parades with that group as well. We've got our concert band, which is the more traditional setting, which a lot of people still remember and is what they think of initially when you think of an Army band. We have a rock band that covers a lot of music. We have our New Orleans brass band, which is new to us and a lot of fun. We have small ensembles that'll do some chamber music. We have our jazz group.
The musicians that the 287th have they set the bar. And as soon as I saw this group of people, this unit, I then said, I want to be a part of that. I do. We do all the same tasks that regular soldiers do that are in other units, but you just add on top of that that we play instruments too as well. For instance, preparing for our holiday concert, you can expect to find a really big family. It's the community, it's the kids, it's the soldiers, it's you name it. It's people who just want to see the music. Each year our concert just keeps getting better and better and better. Sometimes you get a visit from somebody dressed all in red and white. As tradition as they may be, we try to put our spin on it. When it comes to the curtains opening and the crowd applauding us, and the fact that your entire Delaware Guard family come to see our concerts as well, they're going to have a concert that they've never seen before. I have the opportunity to work with my best friends, work with my second family. And if you mix that with a passion for music, it's a win-win for you. You cannot go wrong. My name is Sergeant Jerry Flowers, and this is your DNG News.
Now we got a big lift behind us. 2-4, TT. Break. 2-4, right? Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it.
556, this is 512. 50 meters. Direction, to what direction? Three, though, not three's coming out. Okay, three's coming up, I'm taking. Come on out, guys. Everybody good. Just keep it right up. Just get them relaxed. Got everybody through.
I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you take us to the exchange, please?
Headed north to the exchange.
Yes, ma'am. What's going on? Whoa.
You guys are in the BRS cab. It's a TV game show that takes place right in my cab. What do you say? You want to play?
Sure.
Alrighty. First question. What does the acronym BRS stand for?
Blended Retirement System?
Blended Retirement System is correct.
Yeah.
How long until you're vested in your own TSP contributions?
2 years?
I'm sorry. The answer is immediately. Under BRS, you're always vested in your own contributions and their earnings. You're also immediately vested in your service matching contributions and their earnings. To become vested in service automatic contributions, however, you must have completed 2 years of service. If you've completed 2 years of service before you opt in, you're immediately vested in your entire account. Okay, another question. What is the deadline for opting into the blended retirement system?
December 31st, 2018.
That is correct!
Nice!
But the sooner you opt in, the more time you'll have to benefit from the government matching contribution. So don't leave money on the table. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? What is the maximum number of points a reservist can have and still be eligible to opt into BRS? Yanny or Laurel? Sorry guys, strike 3. You gotta get out. Oh hey, look! Look where you ended up. Army Community Service. I would suggest you go in there and talk with a personal financial counselor. They have one at every installation. I hope you had fun.
So I ask you all here today to keep our Guard family members, all deployed service members, and their families in our thoughts and prayers. Congratulations, job well done, and thank you for continuing a proud legacy of service in the Army, National Guard, Aviation.
Good job, way to go.
We've been home for 2 months, so everyone's kind of just reintegrating. A lot of people are buying cars, a lot of people are just trying to relax, go on vacations, travel. One of our soldiers is getting married next week, so a bunch of us are driving down to Alabama to go to his wedding. So it's just a time to relax and enjoy what you can while you're home. And our unit deploys a lot, so it's probably going to be another 2 years before we deploy again. So we're just going to enjoy the time home.
I'm Chief Master Sergeant Bill Beret, the Command Chief of the 166th Airlift Wing. Grew up in a small town in New Jersey, South Jersey. I spent about 25 years so far in the military. I've been to California, I've been stationed in New Jersey for a few years. I went overseas, did some time in Japan, and then I came over to the National Guard Bureau about 3 years ago. Started my tour with the Guard. So my education is a little unique. My background is in aircraft maintenance, but when I was going to school looking for what that passion was going to be, I was really drawn to psychology. So my education is actually a master's degree in psychology, and I've gotten to exercise that degree across the spectrum. It's not really a specified degree, but it really helps me in what I hold valuable for leadership and mentorship and development for our enlisted force. So I'm pretty happy about the path that I was taking earlier on. I've been married to my wife Karen for 18 years now. We have 2 children, Alexis, who just turned 16, and my son Chase, who just turned 10. So it's interesting. I had an opportunity to come up to the National Guard and work with the Air National Guard Command Chief. I was stationed in Japan at the time, and the opportunity came down, and through a developmental opportunity, I was selected to come out, and I worked in the Senior Enlisted Leader Management Office for the Air National Guard. Basically, I got to work with the command chiefs and the group superintendents and development of the National Guard Senior Enlisted Leaders. It was a unique opportunity, and it really gave me an opportunity to network a lot with senior leaders across the 54. So it opened my eyes to a lot of what the National Guard's about, because I am still an active duty regular Air Force chief. So through my time with National Guard's Senior Enlisted Leader Management Office, I got to fill my head a lot with the complexities of the Air National Guard specifically. So when the opportunity for the 166th Command Chief position came up, I figured, why not? I submitted my name for consideration, and through conversations with the Air National Guard Command Chief and some of the senior leaders in the active duty, we decided let's try to really push this total force integration and see what happens. So as luck would have it, I was selected as the command chief by the panel here at the 166th, and it's been an absolutely unique experience. To my knowledge, this is the first time we're taking a regular Air Force chief and transplanting him into an Air National Guard wing. So in my opinion, it's absolutely developmental for me, because I'm learning more every single day. But I also get to provide a unique perspective to some of the airmen of the 166th because of my experience and my current ties with the active duty. So it's exciting for me, and at some point I will get released back into the wild, and I'll have to go back to the Reg-AF side. But the experiences I'm taking with me through my time with the Air National Guard is going to help me kind of further those initiatives that we started 3 years back. Day one when I started with the Air National Guard. It's pretty exciting. So I think it's a two-way street. For the airmen of the 166th, I have, like I said, the last job I had was an opportunity to work with 157 command chiefs across the Air National Guard. So the network that I currently have, I have a lot of resources at my disposal to bounce questions off of, sounding boards, to find out how some of these unique situations are dealt with in some of the other states and wings. So the network that I bring to the 166, I think, is a valuable asset to the airmen here. In addition, the experience I've gained through working at the Air National Guard Command Chiefs level for the last 3 years, I really got to understand a lot of the policy and the processes that have us here today, and where we're sitting culturally as an Air National Guard, and why we're moving in the direction we're moving with evolution toward a more operational force, evolution toward that total force integration that we've been talking about for so many years. So I think bringing that experience into the wing is going to help the airmen here, but I also think that the Air National Guard as a whole is going to benefit because the experiences I gain here are going to allow me to carry the Air National Guard story back to the active duty for those that may not know or understand or appreciate what the Air National Guard brings to the fight. So I think we have a responsibility to understand that we definitely have a shelf life, right? I know I'm not going to be here forever. That's not the design of what we're trying to build. I think the important thing to keep in mind is I got to do what I can while I'm here, but I can't leave here without knowing that I've at least affected some processes to make it sustainable and to carry this on for the airmen that are coming in the door right now. I think our senior enlisted leaders in this wing and in the Air National Guard and the Air Force as a whole, I think we're going to be empowering them to the appropriate level so we can start paying that empowerment down and give leadership back where it needs to be. I think our NCOs, our senior NCOs, are in the perfect place right now to start shifting how we do business and really focus on the development of our airmen to build them up and make them prepared for that leadership position they're ultimately going to be filling. Hopefully, this leadership position.